Welcome to the nest here at the Humber Athletic Center for the OCAA Men's Basketball East-West Holiday Series hosted by Humber College. Our next matchup will feature the Seneca State against your Humber Hawks. Basketball, please stand and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Tonight's starting lineup, the visiting Seneca State. Game number 8, a 5'11" guard from Toronto, Yusuf Ali. Game number 9, a 6'2" guard from Toronto, Trevor Beck. Game number 10, a 6'2" forward from Scotland, Daniel Wright. Game number 14, a 6'8" forward from Scotland, Taylor Miller. Game number 25, a 6'3" forward from St. Vincent, Yannick Hammer. The head coach of the team is Jay McNeil. And now, the starting lineup for your
Anticipation here for the OCAA East versus West Holiday Final here for today. The Seneca Sting 10-0 versus the Humber Hawks 8-3. Marquee matchup here between Kenny Ajim and Khalil Miller. Tip-off goes to the Sting. Josh Wellings alongside me is Derek Sutherland. We got a great matchup here between the Sting and the Hawks. Handling it, starting off, Yusuf Ali. Rotation to Hannibal. Ali, back to Miller. Screen by Miller. Watch him on the three-point line. He's a threat. Ali, good juke. Runner, good.
Straight up the middle.
Now it seems that once in this tournament, Khalil Miller with the block has a little bit of competition size-wise with the 6'10" Byron Trench. Unfortunate no go on that Hawks possession, but a good steal by Kenny Ajim. He's going to get it going. Byron Trench with a J. No good there. Good board there by Kenny Ajim, but can't get his hands on it. Sting ball. Ali with the handle. Ali driving to Hutton for three. Off back rim. Rebounded by Kenny Ajin. Over to Jordan Rose, one of the few returning members of last year's Humber team. This is a new look Hawks team as majority of the team graduated and or move on. Only 5 or 6 players from last year's roster returning. And one of those players is Kerwin Elvis.
Kerwin Elvis has got to sink that.
Kerwin Elvis, the 4-year vet from Brampton, 6'1", headed to the free throw line. Played pretty good minutes last year, not too bad. Suit shoots 68% from the free throw line. Now has a 4th year, almost nearing his 5th year. It's time for him to break out, so to say. Nails the first. The New Look Hawks are headed by Byron Trench and Kenny Ajim. Kenny averaging 21.6 points per game, shooting 46% from the field. Suds, that's pretty good, don't you think?
Absolutely, yeah.
Ali with the handle. Watch for Hannibal in the corner. Hutton. Good move there. Screen there by Khalil Miller. Hutton with the J. Nothing but back and bank. No good there. Trench holds it down. Jordan Rose bringing it forward. Elvis. Screen there by Kenny. No good. Elvis controls yet again. Back to Jordan. Over to CJ in the corner. CJ Bennett fumbles it. Ali with the speed. Good hustle there by Rose to get back there on defense. Khalil Miller. Short. Kerwin Elvis bringing it up the court. Jordan Rose. Quick speed. Good pass there. Was looking for Kenny Ajim in the corner. No good there, but he gets the call on the ground. It's going to be a push. It's a second team foul for the Sting.
Excellent combination of Ali and Miller once again.
And you're seeing the example of what strong post play will do. Kenny Ajim going straight against Khalil Miller. Says, "Look, I know you were the rookie of the year last year, but I'm the new face in town. Can't you tell?"
What a beast.
Strong move to the cup. Ali with a J. Deep three.
Nope.
Front of the rim. CJ Bennett, one of the few that returned from last year. Holding it down. Byron Trench thought about it, changed his mind. Kenny for three. No good there, off back rim. Ali ahead. Hutton fumbles it. Gets it back. Hannibal up with the J. And a soft layup there. That's good. CJ Bennett with a good contest, but it was not good enough as Jordan Rose brings the ball up. Jordan Rose backed up Gibson Ediful last year, one of the few players who left last year. Looking like he's following well in his footsteps. Bennett nails that three from the corner. 7-4. Hawks lead by 3 with 6:53 left in the first quarter. What are your thoughts so far, Suds?
What a marquee player this CJ Bennett is.
CJ Bennett of Brampton fame. And speaking of CJ, he's picking up his first foul as he fouls Daniel Wright in the act. Coach Patrick Au finally got the interim tag removed. He is now the official head coach of the Humber Hawks.
And well deserved. He's been with the company for a while now.
8 years.
Just a small term.
Just a small term. That's like what, 2 presidential terms? Hutton is a 47% free throw shooter, nails the first one. Bricks the second. Khalil Miller, though, with those big outstretched arms, that gets him 10 rebounds a game, and he brings it in. Hutton for 3. Cash. You better watch Trevor Hutton. He's a threat from outside, 39% from behind the arc. Careful, Elvis. That's over and back. Bad pass there by Jordan Rose, and frustration arising already within the Hawks. 7-8 score. Inbounds for the Sting. Hannibal. Looking to give it to Miller, changes his mind, gives it to Ali. Hawks playing lackadaisical D. Stinger looking to take advantage of that.
Oh.
Fumble there.
Good recovery by Miller.
Watch Miller's feet. Good defense there by Kenny. Keeping it nice and tight. That's going to be a foul. No, they're going to call it travel. Nice to see the referees today are really allowing the players to just get through and play physical. Trench subs out. And Daquan Cathcart, one of the few members from last year's team, returns. Cathcart, great shooter from the exterior, struggles a little bit with his hands being a little too hot or a little too cold. Bennett fumbles the pass, but Cathcart picks it up. Najim for three. Left side of the rim. No good so far in his first few attempts. Ali brings the ball up the court. Slip screen by Miller. Ali dishes to the interior.
Cathcart got on the inside, yeah.
Kenny Najim's normally a fairly decent shooter from beyond the arc, 45% on the year so far.
And he's not happy about that.
He's not happy at all. Subs coming in for both teams. Fauzi Muhammad, a rookie from Rexdale, subbing in, local boy. And for the Sting, subbing in is Isaiah Ankara. Ankara was a huge pester in the last game against Fanshawe. Came off that bench and really provided that spark the team needed. But Ankara starts off a little bad as he throws a pass to Daniel Wright, which is absolutely fumbled. Head coach Jay McNeely took over for the Sting for the first time this year after the prior coach stepped down. And looks like he's doing pretty good so far, 10-0. It's Kenny Najim. Drives to the cup with the almost near reverse slam. Taking it right to the cup. Can he edge it? Strong physical play is what we've been seeing from Kenny so far today.
No, Najim needs to keep doing more of that. Right up the middle, force his way in, cause a turnover.
They're going to call a hand check there on Kenny.
Or get the
Playing
foul.
a little too physical on Miller. See why. Subs coming in for both teams. Trayvon Mollison for the Hawks. And Jordan Anderson for the Sting. Interesting to see what Patrick Au does with the rotation of the old and the new. Now, these players have only been with each other for 10 games. And Derek, you've played organized sports for a very long time. How do you feel that these Hawks are gelling so far?
You know, you got to be professional about it. I believe these guys are professional. You can play with just about anybody, make anyone look good. These guys are playing well together.
They're still learning. You can tell. They're getting the groove of it. Kenny!
Excuse me?
Says, excuse me, I know you're really good at defending the cup, Khalil, but just let me slam it with two hands right here. Khalil Miller's coming right back at him, though. McKinney, strip steal.
Oh, wow.
He was looking to get it to Mollison. No good there. Fumbles it. Jordan Anderson
Straight up
gets
to
it ahead.
Ali.
Ali, up in the corner.
Taking
Thought
his
about
time.
it, changed his mind.
Good job.
Khalil Miller for three. No good. Rebound there. Looks like it's going to be a foul against the Hawks. Might be CJ Bennett's second. Tough break there. Subs are coming in for the Hawks. It's Jerome Gale. Subs out Kenny. Kenny's playing well so far. Inbound for the Sting. 11-11 is the score right now. 4:25 left in the first quarter. Really tightly contested game between these two teams. Ali thought about pulling the deep three. Makes Mollison bite. Nearly gets it. But you know what? Daniel Wright says, I'm going to clean up that mess for you. Fauzi handling.
That's what the Sting does very, very well. They get the garbage.
Sting average about 92 points per game. One of the highest scoring teams in the OCAA.
Bennett drives hard.
Bennett making his way into the cup. Nearly getting blocked by Khalil Miller. But gets it to the shoulder. Gets a shoulder into Daniel Wright's chest. Makes his way to the line. CJ Bennett, former Brampton Warrior. 77% from the free throw line on the season so far. Team's second highest scorer, 16 points per game. And CJ was always one of the really talented highlights from the team last year. You know, he was very raw, very explosive, but still trying to get there. And a lot of people still feel that about CJ. Have you noticed that yet?
He's a very confident player, though. He's very confident in his abilities. Doesn't seem to waver one way or the other.
He's definitely matured over the past year and now understands his role as a fourth year. And it's time for me to step up. Good defense being played by the Hawks. Good closeout on Miller. But he cashes in on that three. Khalil Miller Did I mention he's 6'8" and shoots 42% from the three-point line? You kidding me? Crazy. Cathcart in the corner. Driving to the cup. Strong finish by Daquan Cathcart. With Khalil Miller just hanging there. Ali bring the ball up. 16-14, tightly contested game between these two teams. Miller gets it back, taking it strong up to the cup. Strong finish and one. Foul there. Hard to beat Miller's size, and for someone that large to have that kind of athletic ability to double clutch and hold it is really rare to see.
Khalil Miller's thoroughly impressed me all day today. He hasn't stopped.
Definitely earned his stripe as Rookie of the Year last year for the OCAA. Sub coming in for the Sting it was Eric Landry, and it looks like Dimitri Lim is going to be subbing in. We learned earlier that on these sheets it says Edward Lim. Only his mother calls him Edward, so we will now call him Dimitri.
Well, isn't that what one does?
I would say so. No one wants to be called by their name, by their mother, because that's when you know you're in trouble.
You're in trouble.
Inbounded to Fauzi. Back over to Elvis. Muhammad, handling. Good rotation by the Hawks. Strong take by Gale.
What do you do when the street lights come on?
The right guy, looks like it was all ball. He wasn't happy about the call. Now, Wright has been having difficulties with referees all day. He's really not getting the calls. But at the same time, it was a strong take by Jerome Gale. Hard to beat. Jerome, the third year from Toronto, 6'5".
Well, at least the referees are being consistent with their calls.
Jerome Gale, 42% free throw shooter, is a forward. Should be working on that a little bit. We saw him warm up pre-game. He's looking pretty good. Short on that second, good on the first. 15-19, 4-point lead for the Sting. Landry in the corner for three. And that's what Seneca does. They push the envelope and they do this strong full court press early to tire you out. Kenny taking it strong to the cup, no good. Tries to grab his own rebound, not happening. Landry keeping it moving. Encore. Strong, no good. Encore. Kenny dishing it up. Stolen by Dimitri Lim.
Wow.
But also mishandled.
Elvis almost took that back.
Looks like they're going to keep it on the floor. And it's actually going to be against Dimitri. Subs coming in. Looks like Trench coming in for Gale. On the other end for the Sting. Henny Ahmed subbing in. Elvis headed to the free throw line. Both teams are in the bonus already. And we got 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Wow, this Trench is a ginormous man.
He is pretty big. 6'9", 6'10", around that measurement. No good on both. Kenny grabs the rebound, touches it up, says, come on, man. Look at me. Give me the foul. Lim with the handle. Tightly contested game between these two. 17-22 with 2:17 left in the first quarter. Lim with the handle. Trying to get it to Landry. Changes his mind. Goes for it for himself.
Oh, he could have taken that right up there.
Ankra for three. Yes.
They'll take that, though.
Ankra is a 22% three-point shooter, but he's still a threat out there. Elvis.
Woo!
Good layup.
That's where the peanut butter is.
Super athletic. Really wants to use that to his advantage. Tight defense by Fauzi. Really trying to get into the grill of the Sting. Doing a great job there. Rotation over to Anderson. Strong layup. No finish. Trench hauls it down with those massive arms of his. Some would say they're cannon-shaped.
Jim. Oh.
Kenny fumbles it. It's handled. I was going to say Sting ball as it's fumbled. Subs coming in for the Hawks. Number 6, Gabriel Anderson, the first year from Ottawa. Shout out to the 6'1" Now we're starting to see some of the new Humber Hawk fresh blood. It's kind of interesting to see the big dynamic change from last year with the team of Tyrone Dixon, Gibson Evanful, Mike Judge and company. Now lesser than, there's not much, is Kenny. Fouls on the three-point line. He's not happy with the call. Not happy with the call.
Eventually, you're going to have to play these guys to get them some experience.
Looking at the roster, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 brand new players for the Hawks, not including a couple others that aren't listed or inactive as well. Heading to the free throw line for two is Eric
what's going on
Landry.
here?
Kenny's not happy with the call. Second personal foul already. He's going to be sitting down for the rest of the quarter. Landry, the free throw line, 62.5% free throw shooter. Let's round it up to 63 as he hits his first one. $1:20 left in the first quarter. 19-26. Sting pulling out in front. Humber not far behind. Fauzi handling. Gets it up to Elvis. People were wondering, call for the travel call. Nothing happened. Getting it into Trench. He sees the size advantage. But a bad pass there. Handled by Anderson. Takes it coast to coast. Elvis. Great contest. Better finish by Anderson. As Muhammad handles it. Fauzi's been doing pretty good as a rookie so far. Bennett. You can hear the Seneca bench really bringing the heart and soul into it. Good rotation by Humber. Fauzi for three. No good.
No dice.
Off for Lim. Off net. Bringing it coast to coast. Changes his mind. To Lim. To Ankra for three. No good.
Nope.
Trench hauls it in. 38 seconds left in the first quarter. A little too far on that pass. It's going to be Sting ball. Turnovers have been the entree of the day today for pretty much all the teams, but Humber, a rare miscommunication there.
You can have Trench stand at the basket the entire time and just be out rebound after rebound.
He's a lumbering presence for sure. 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Landry with the handle. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Encore.
Lim.
Encore up. Lim. Strong drive. Blocked by Trench.
Trench, there he is again.
14 seconds. The Hawks would be wise to hold it, but no, they're going to keep going. They're going to keep the pressure on. Trench, strong shoulder move. No good there. Stoppage in play.
Ahmed almost intercepted that pass.
Subs are coming in for the Hawks. Mollison back in. Wasn't eligible to play in the first half of the year. Now is in for the Hawks. And Patrick Au is happy to have him back. It's going to be Sting ball. 5 seconds left on the clock. Ahmed trying to push it. Landry, 2, 1. No good, that's just air. And we got a 10-point Sting lead as a highly contested, highly competitive, fast-paced first quarter ends. And a lot of good there, a lot of bad there. Says what you take.
Well, the Hawks have definitely got to get something going here. They need to wake up. I don't believe that they are playing their best players to the best of their abilities. I believe that Trench is holding back a little bit, and he needs to use that massive frame to go up the middle when he sees daylight and either sink some baskets or get the fouls.
One huge thing especially they want to take advantage of, Trench's size. He's actually larger.
And Ajim, the same thing. Kenny Ajim needs to turn something around there. He needs to start, doesn't look very confident right now.
The athleticism of Miller is hard to match up against. We see threes. We see interior rotation. It's difficult to challenge Khalil Miller. It's difficult to challenge those three-point shooters. You can see three-point percentage for Seneca, 50%, 5 for 10. What should Humber do?
They need to make better decisions with the ball. I've seen many times where they were just looking for somebody and the Sting were just right there, anticipating the pass. So they need to make smarter passes.
Second chance points are about neck and neck, 5 and 4 each for each team respectively. The huge thing we're noticing here in the stats for the first quarter is points off the bench. Seneca has 10 points off the bench. Humber, 0. Not looking good. Kenny Ajim, though, holding it down for us in Humber, 8 for us, and on the other end, Khalil Miller with 9. Looks like the battle of the two superstars is continuing and staying hot. Another thing worth mentioning is that the Hawks only shot 43% from the field, while the Sting shot 45%. It's that 50% from three-point range is really making the difference.
And Gabriel Andersons needs to step it up here. He hasn't done anything.
It's the rookie nerves a little bit, but at the same time, he's got to get moving. Muhammad to Trench, use that size.
There it is.
Oh, trying to get a tough slam, but he was fouled on the way up.
But that's exactly what I was talking about. Big Trench needs to go right up the middle, either get the basket or get the foul.
Trench, the team's third best scorer, averaging 11. And he's a 57% three throw shooter, as expected for a large guy. Subs for the Hawks. Rose subs in. Fauzi Muhammad subs out.
Well, it's nice to know that he has a bright future as a linebacker if his basketball career doesn't ever peg out.
Trench hits them both.
And that's what they need to do. That's what they need to do. The slow breakdown of the Sting, because the Sting aren't going to make it easy for you.
21-19. Stinger up by 8. Ankra. Mismatch there. Trench stayed in front of him. Good defensive hustle. Lim with the J with 3 seconds left on the clock. Falls over. A little bit dramatic theatrics as Elvis takes over. Coast to coast. Kerwin Elvis doesn't get it.
You got to pass
that. But he goes halfway there. Kerwin Elvis, 4 points already. You can see that hustle, that speed. He's also got 3 offensive rebounds, doing pretty good for himself. And speaking of Byron Trench, holding it down defensively with 5 defensive rebounds. He really is the anchor there. As the Sting makes some substitutions, Khalil Miller comes back in, Ali comes back in, and Ankra as well as Anderson hit the pine.
Hutton.
And Hutton as well. 3 subs coming in. Elvis is 68% free throw shooter. 2 for 4 already at the line. Make that 3 for 5. 22-29 is the score. 7 points. Sting lead. 9:18 left in the second half. And we're really seeing competitive, physical basketball here.
There you go.
Make it 4 for 6. Jordan Francis is going to be subbing in. The rookie from Brampton with the Braves.
What that does also, Josh, is that it stops time for a bit. It gives the players a bit of a rest. Not that Mr. Trench ever needs it. He just goes and goes.
Miller and Trench matching up. Hutton
that's going to be
loses it off of his foot. Missed dribble. He's not happy about that. Turnovers. We were talking about it a little bit earlier. Turnovers seem to be the name of the game, the flavor of today. 5 turnovers for Humber already. 3 for Seneca. They're keeping their play nice and tight. Looks like another foul there on Seneca. That's the 3rd team foul for the Stings. 2 more, and they are putting the Hawks in the bonus.
Jordan Rose almost saw that coming.
Elvis. Rose wants it, can't get there. Elvis driving the lane. Thinks he can go up against Khalil Miller. Can't grab it, but Trench with a nice offensive rebound. Byron Trench.
That's what you need to do.
Hand, arms, and legs all over this game.
Absolutely. Just get right in the front there and just...
Khalil Miller says, you know what? You may be able to get it from 2 feet from the basket. I can get it from about
Miller's not going to make it easy for them. Yeah, that's for sure.
Khalil Miller with 12 points already, and he is 3 for 4 from 3-point range. Not bad for a 6'8 guy. Shot there. And Mollison, no good. Rebounded there by Ahmed. Ford. Shot there. No good. Off rim. Rebounded by Elvis. Gets it to the Rook. Back to Elvis. Rose wants it. Gives it back to the rookie.
Francis
trying to get something going. The Hawks are trying to get the ball going. 10 seconds of the shot clock. Francis thought about it. Pulls up for the J. Too strong. Trench puts it up. 5 seconds to go. Rolls it in. Byron Trench went from a very finesse player earlier to just a straight up blue collar and lunchbox play.
Sometimes you got to play smash mouth ball, and that's exactly what Trench is good for.
Subs going to be coming in for Seneca as well as Humber. Looks like CJ Bennett suffered a cut over his left eyebrow. He's going to be coming in, taking out Mollison. And for Seneca, 1 sub is waiting. At the free throw line, Hani Ahmed. Ahmed having himself a bit of a game. Not too much. He was pretty quiet in the earlier game against Fanshawe, providing that extra hustle off the bench. First trip to the free throw line, hits the first. 33-27 with 7:49 left in the game. 1 for 2 at the free throw line, but Khalil Miller gets those big hands right on the rock. Ali Miller, that double combo is dangerous, but not this time. Elvis up forward to Francis. Back to Bennett. CJ thought about it. Screen there.
Elvis is screaming for the ball.
Vucic passed it back to Bennett. No good there. Good hustle.
Nice,
there.
Elvis.
Bringing it down. And we're seeing Kerwin Elvis really put his fingerprints with his hustle. Cannot be understated how important Kerwin Elvis's hustle is out there. Giving the lane to Ali for three is Hutton. Off left rim. Watch out for Khalil Miller, though. He just kind of tosses it in, and it counts, I guess.
Excuse me, spin move?
Miller's rebound total is slowly going up. Averages about a double-double. Bennett. Elvis for three. Yes!
Wow. That was a hell of a shot.
Starting to heat up. Can't deny it. Kerwin Elvis has been playing real well.
Good coverage by Jordan Rose.
Tight against Ali. Back to Miller. Makes it look easy. As Miller shrugs and says, was that a foul? Okay. And walks it over to the line. Subs are coming in for the Sting. Number 21, David Ofori. Khalil Miller at the line. Second time there already.
You know, like Byron Trench, Miller should be doing the same thing. He should be running up the middle, neither getting the basket or the foul, which is exactly what happened there, and sinks it.
2 for 2 for the free throw line.
In the last game he went, I think he only missed 2.
Very solid free throw shooter for a man his size, 68%. Misses the second, though. Elvis hustles to get it as he dishes it ahead to Jordan Rose. Over to CJ. Big man in the middle wants it. CJ thought about it. Nowhere to go. Over to Francis. Back to Rose.
Grujic is just screaming for the ball.
Bennett, three. No good. Off rim. Grujic says, you know what? I want the ball. I'll go get it.
Well, he got it.
And looks like a foul is going to be called on Seneca. Possession going to be going to Humber as Daquan Cathcart subbing out the rook, Jordan Francis. Got some pretty good minutes for the rook, but he needs to do a little bit more.
Yeah,
he's still kind of getting his footing.
Sting needs to be careful. They're just giving free points away here.
Rose thought about it. Back to Bennett. Sting is really good at collapsing the middle. Kerwin Elvis says, is that a hand in my face? I don't care. Drops a 3 in. He's got 14 already, carrying the load offensively. And you can see the Hawks are communicating on the defense, headed by Daquan Cathcart, even with Trench out.
Much better communication between the Hawks.
Foul there. Sorry to interrupt you, Suds, but that's going to be an offensive foul there. An illegal screen, as you were saying, Suds.
Oh, you took the words right out of my mouth. Just to elaborate on what you were saying, that there's much greater communication between the Hawks right now, and you can tell their play is just far superior to the first quarter.
35-36, bringing it back to almost within 1. The lead changes 4 times. The largest lead was 10 points. Strong drive by CJ. Almost gets the roll, but gets his own rebound, but he's blocked by Khalil Miller. Good hustle by there by Hutton on the fast break. Tough layup and gets the lucky bounce. Trevor Hutton, that's his 5th point of the game. Cathcart. Bennett wants Jordan Rose to have it. Rose takes it.
Grujic
thought about it. Cathcart handling. Screen coming on the left.
Well, why not give it to this guy? He's on
to get
fire.
Past the long arms of Khalil Miller, nothing there. Encore. Saw it. Thought about it. Hutton, no good.
Excellent defense by Rose.
Fumble there. Nothing there. But
good recovery by Grujic.
Rose gets it ahead to CJ. CJ tried to get it to Daquan.
And he passed it to the girl in the corner.
Well, the BioSteel containers were very happy about that pass. Daquan, not so much. 35-38 to score. 4:38 left in the half. 3-point ball game. Inbounded by the Sting. Fauzi Muhammad subs in. Good drive by Ali, coast to coast. Drops it in nice and easy. Yusuf Ali cannot doubt that man. He's got 4 already. Fauzi. Trayvon Molson for 3, no good. CJ grabs the board though. Thought about it and then saw Khalil Miller standing there. Was like, maybe not. Fauzi again. Second time's charm.
Doing his best Elvis impression. And that's not the singer.
Not the king, no. Fauzi Muhammad dropping in the 3, 38-40, brings it within 2, the rookie. Getting tired of rookie, saying rookie, there's tons of them. Good ball rotation there by the Sting.
Certainly aren't showing it right now.
Good help defense. Ooh, hit a little too hard. He's going to get that call for sure.
Fauzi Muhammad drawing in that one, and he's going to be subs.
It's going to be on Stefan Grujic. Oversold on that. He's going to be subbed out for that. Kenny subbing in for him. And a sub's waiting for the shooter. Headed to the free throw line, David Ofori, who originally was not listed to be traveling, but healed up in time to be making it. Gets the lucky bounce. It's not going to count. Actually went over the backboard, but hey, something for the blooper reel.
Why not touch all 4 corners and get it in, you know?
I'm pretty sure that means they win the game, right? No? Don't remember.
Just like that old Jordan Bird commercial. Off the backboard.
Yeah, I remember that. Remember that. Subs coming in for the Sting. Hannibal subs in. And Ofori subs out. 3:46 left in the half. 3-point lead. Muhammad gets it up court real quick to Cathcart. Screen by Kenny. Swing to Mollison. Bennett in the corner. Into Kenny. Going up against Khalil Miller. Miller with another block! Those long outstretched arms of the 6'8" monster is making it difficult for Humber to get into the interior. Ali handles.
I think maybe they're listening to us here on commentary. They put Miller in the back, and he's just,
They're going to call offensive foul on that. And that's a great move there by Trayvon Mollison, putting his body on the line. Getting Ali in early foul trouble. Fauzi handling. Gives it to CJ. Over to Kenny. Kenny for 3. No good. Same team. Mollison grabs it, and Fauzi almost nearly collide. And CJ takes it up against Khalil Miller. No good, but back finish. And Jim says, you know what? I'm tired of this guy Khalil Miller blocking me. Kind of show him off again. That's the second slam for Kenny already in the half. Really making a statement with those dunks.
Did you just dunk on that man? Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. Ali with a nice scoop up and over finish.
An alley-oop, as it were.
Nearly. Still a 3-point lead. Miss pass.
And pass to the aluminum broom
Kenny
again.
And Trayvon going out there. The BioSteel player of the game right now. Those coolers are looking like the top player for assists so far. Inbound it to Ali. Fauzi. Got to play tighter. Mollison. Up in it. Good rotation by the Sting. Screen by Miller coming. Surprised to see no dish back to him. Hutton. Thought about it. Changed his mind. Ali. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Trying to get to the interior. Good defense by Fauzi. Good job, Rook.
Ali's doing all the work.
Ahead to Elvis, who makes it look easy with the finish. Coleman Elvis having himself a bit of a game so far. But the Sting say, anything you can do, I can do better. Hutton gets all the way up there. They're going to call a blocking foul on that, even though questionable call. Some will say that Hutton's knee was directly in Fauzi's chest. Others will disagree and say it was a flop. He was closer to the restricted zone. Refs have to make the official call. Let it be.
I think we should call that the flying tea bag. I don't know if you can, but that man just got right up there.
Hutton to the free throw line. Hits the first. That's his first free throw of the day. Hutton is a 47% free throw shooter. Struggled a little bit throughout the year. It's second.
Nice.
Hawks moving the ball up real quick. Elvis been playing real strong in the first half. Gets it over to Kenny. Trying to get hot again. Nope. Oh, too far. Coast to coast.
Speed.
Ankra. Nothing going. Travel. Called. Hawks are slowing down Seneca's fast pace, even matching it at some points. Very interesting to see. Lead pass a little too far for Elvis. Missed it. Turnovers are really becoming the entree of the day, and they're a dessert. That's a problem.
Humber's really working the zone here.
Ankra with the handle. Jordan Rose playing excellent defense. Watch the screen by Khalil Miller. Oh, open lane. Kenny thought it sent it back. Affected the shot so much, it says, you know what, I'm going to take it coast to coast against the big man. But Khalil Miller rejects it, but Kenny grabs his own rebound, goes right back up. Ejim playing really strongly well. He's showing off why he's the best player on Humber's team. Ankra, handling. Dish to the corner. Anderson, wide open for three. Wow. Might have been a good chant. Might have been a good idea. Bennett.
CJ.
Good slam there. That's 3 dunks for the Hawks already in this first half. They're getting into the interior. 43 seconds left in the half as Anderson handles Hutton and Khalil Miller hanging there. A little bit of a mismatch there. You see Bennett and Miller. Ankra looking for the screen from Miller. Gets it. Wants another one. Changes his mind. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Takes it up for the layup. Rolls off the rim. No good. Hannibal. Strong. But look at the hustle by those Hawks diving on the floor to challenge it. It's going to be jump ball possession to the Sting, but good hustle there.
That's a good timeout call by Coach McNeely for the Sting. Miller needs to get into this ball game.
Humber
Seems like his focus is off.
The 10-point deficit. You're absolutely correct. Focus has been off a little bit for the Sting. Too much isolation ball. And on the other end, Humber really rotating the ball well. And you can see Kenny, Edgett, Trench, even Kerwin Elvis, everyone stepping up and making the plays. Do you think the Sting, it's tight. It's tight. We can say that. But do you think the Sting are letting it pull away a little too much? It is 1 point. They are the top team in the OCAA. Do you think it's enough for them for Humber to pull away?
No. And that may be the mistake that Humber makes. The Sting may be sitting back a little bit now, letting Humber get all the confidence, but you can't. Same as the last game we called for Seneca. You can't tell them that they're out because they'll burn you.
They'll battle all the way through. Absolutely right. Timeout ends. Toughly contested. 21 seconds left in the first quarter. 46-45. Hawks up 1 behind the strong shooting of Kerwin Elvis. A couple subs here and there for Humber.
No,
like
20
Gale
seconds
subbed
left.
in. 20 seconds on the clock. 14 on the shot clock. Hannibal. 19 seconds left in the quarter. To Hutton. That's going to be a hold by C.J. Bennett. So you should be careful, picking up his second personal foul. Second personal foul for CJ. So Jordan Francis, the rook, going to be subbing in. He's going to take out CJ. Bennett not happy with the call, but as a veteran, he understands, okay, maybe I need to take a seat for a few seconds. Looks like both teams are still in the bonus. Headed to the line is Hutton. Only hit 1 of 2 the last time there. Continuing the trend, 1 of 3. 46-45, 15 seconds left. 14 seconds on the shot clock. It's interesting to see, after watching Seneca play earlier, how much they're struggling from the free throw line. Naturally, they were 100% in the past first half.
Oh, they came out on fire.
And now they're just struggling. 10 seconds left on the game clock. Rose, Elvis, feed the hot hand. To the rook, Francis. Floats up, no good. And that's going to end the first quarter. Highly contested, fast pace. Sting barely hanging on for 46-46, tie all. And behind the strong play of Kerwin Elvis, behind Kenny Ajim. It's interesting to see what's going on between these two teams. More great OCA basketball is going to be coming up in just a bit.
C.J. Bennett sporting a new bandage over his eye.
And welcome back to the OCAA East-West Holiday Series live from the Humber Hawks Nest, hosted by Humber College. Josh Rawlings. Alongside me is Derek Sutherland. We got our hair tied up together in unity. More important than unity is how tight this game is, 46-46. And just looking at the stats here, incredible. First half, shooting-wise percentage, both teams in the high 40s. But it's really coming down to the points off the bench for Seneca and the second chance points for Humber. Humber starts off possession of the ball. Kenny, trench. Byron fumbles the pass. Gets it back though. Miller all over him like white on rice. Kenny, good cross. Makes a man limber. No good. Khalil with the rebound. Khalil Miller with 15 and 5 rebounds. Make that his 6th. He's already got 2 blocks under his belt. Rotation for Ali at the top of the key. Elvis, who had a great first half. 16 in the first. And near double-double with 8 rebounds. Good board there by Hannibal. Sting resets. Hutton for 3. Cash.
Oh. Daniel Wright just waiting for the rebound.
Trevor Hutton is now 2 for 5 from the three-point line. As C.J. Bennett goes to the cup and is fouled by Khalil Miller. Miller, who doesn't like the call, slams the ball on the ground. Khalil Miller, it's a second personal foul. No need to get so feisty.
Doesn't seem to cut above his eye, hindering his play any.
No, took it to the cup with no fear, with Khalil Miller standing right there. Bennett, Cash, converts the and one. 49-49 all. 9:02. 8:56, excuse me, on the clock. Hutton, 3. No, 2 for 6. Rose, up to Elvis. He's been feeling it. Watch out for it. Miller behind. That's going to be chopped. Hutton didn't like that call either. He's going to go to the free throw. He's going to send Elvis to the free throw line. Had a pretty good half himself, but Gerwin Elvis having a game. 2 for 2 from three-point range. Perfect. 4 from 6 from the free throw line. 16 points and 8 total rebounds. He's on his route to a double-double. Suds, what do you think of Kerwin's performance so far?
I'm impressed with his ability to shoot from the outside.
Kerwin, a pretty solid shooter from out there, 33%. Misses hits the first, misses the second.
Oh.
Byron brings it down though.
Look who was there.
Trench.
Big number 14.
Shot there from Bennett for 3. Cash. C.J. Bennett having himself a day now. 2 for 4 from three-point range. He's now 50%. Not bad at all as Ali handles the ball up. 53-49 for the Hawks. And they're trying to pull away from this 10-0 Seneca team.
I'm really impressed with the hustle with the use of Ali.
A little bit of a kerfuffle there between Kenny and Khalil Miller, the two best players. Kenny not happy about the way Miller handled the rebound and brought it down. Kenny clowning on him. Screen there by Kenny. CJ handles. J by CJ. Cash. CJ Bennett's having a half. He's at 11 now. Coming out of the half, he was struggling a little bit with foul trouble. Wasn't really getting into a groove. And now he's like, you know what? I'm feeling like shooting Jays.
I mean, you're going to let him do that the whole game. It's going to be a short game.
Floater there by Ali. Nice touch. It's Ali's 8-point. Up ahead to Kerwin Elvis. Over Byron Trench. Going up against Khalil Miller. Tapping the glass. Good hustle there. Somehow, some way, Khalil Miller gets his hands on that rock.
Trevor Hutton sharing some words with the referee along the way.
Good rotation there by Sting. A little bit of a mismatch there. Hannibal and Rose. It's going to be out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Hawks ball.
Hawks possession. 55-53 with 7:24 left in the third.
Foul.
And it's Humber ball. There seems a little bit of confusion. Looks like it's now Seneca ball. Okay. Sting have 2 team fouls. Hawks have none. Interesting to see how quickly foul counts are going up. Ali, Rose, right on him. Screen from Hannibal coming. 3 from deep. Interesting no foul call. Hit the body twice. Cohen, Elvis says no. And Kenny's going coast to coast. And another big slam. Edgeham. It's 3 huge slams for Kenny already. Ali with the handle. 57-53. Hawks are really trying their best to pull away from this strong Seneca team.
Oh, he's got to be careful with that.
Layup there, and 1 play for Hutton. Cohen, I was not happy with the call. Picking up his second team foul. Second personal foul. Second team foul as well. I was correct on both fronts. Subs are coming in for the Sting. Anderson as well as Ankra.
Kenny Edgem's got to be extra careful here. The referees are just looking for him.
Khalil Miller heading to the bench. Kenny's still on the court. This could be a way for Humber to abuse their size right now. Inbounded to Rose. Good balance of vet and young on this lineup. Cohen. Trench. Gets up there strong. Keeps both hands on the rock and takes it up stretch. Byron Trench having himself a game. 8 points, 7 rebounds. Ankra. Over to Anderson. Good move. Going nowhere. Hutton. Back to Ali. He's crafty. Watch him. Rose playing solid defense on him all the way to the cup. Trench tips it right into the hands of Kenny. Hawks are moving. Keeping that pace going. That looks like it's going to be a block. Interesting call. He was in the restricted zone. Many thought that was going to be an offensive foul. It looks like Daniel Wright needs a few seconds.
Looks like Landry's going to be coming in.
Don't give you those calls. Subs coming in for the Sting. Hutton and as well as Wright sub off for Landry and Lim. Landry and Lim. Sounds like a tongue twister. As well for the Hawks. Rose subs off. Subbing in. It's the rook from Ottawa, Gabriel Anderson. Free throw percentage for the Hawks was not too great for the first half. 66%. A little bit better than their season average in 64. Could be better. Kenny's been having himself a game. Started off with 12 since the half. Started off with 12 at the half. Since then, he's now up to 15. Make that 16. Subs are coming on for the Hawks. Kenny subs out. Laquan Cathcart subs in. 61-56 with 6:08 left in the score. In the quarter, excuse me. Ankra loses the handle to Bennett. Bennett's going to keep going. He's going to push Ankra to his limit.
Yep.
And lays it up nice and easy. CJ Bennett's larger new bandage over his eyebrow, as you have stated, does not seem to be affecting his performance. No. He is powering through. Real Iron Man moment there.
You should give him another one.
Looks like it is sliding off a little bit. Ali, mismatch there with Trench. Trench has got the size, Ali's got the speed. Landry dishes to Ankra. 3, no good.
Stinger taking it to the outside, confusing the Hawks defense.
That's the third opportunity for the Sting on this current possession. Landry for 3, no good.
They got to sink that, though.
Cathcart reels it in. Anderson bringing it up. CJ handling into Trench. He sees the size mismatch. He knows he's the biggest man on the court. But that's going to be an offensive foul, no basket. Good play by Landry to put his body on the line for that. Byron Trench not happy about that call, shaking his head, saying, come on, man.
Yeah, but he's got to keep going. You can't win them all. But that's going to frustrate the Sting all day long.
Byron out, Jerome Gale in. Tough physical game, really close. Humber, 63-56.
Yeah, give the big guys some rest. Put some speed out on the court.
Both Byron as well as Kenny are riding the pine for a little bit. They need a bit of rest. Anderson with a strong drive to the interior. Good dish to the outside. Intercepted a little bit by Elvis. Fumbled by Ankra. Back to Ali. Over to the top.
Wow.
Good move.
Speed of the Sting.
No finish. Anderson hauls it in. And the Hawks are already past the half-court line.
Gabriel Anderson with the rock.
Elvis handling. Screen there by Gabriel. Shot. Cash. That's to Quan Cathcart. Cathcart 5 points now. It's his first 3. Ali looking for the screen. Slips it. Exterior. Stinger really struggling to get into the interior of the Hawks defense even without Trench and Kenny on.
That was an excellent no-look pass by Yusuf Ali.
Ankra trying to take a mismatch on the size. Using his speed to his advantage, gets it.
Wins that battle.
Jerome Gale couldn't keep up, CJ Bennett with the handle. Kerwin Elvis. Rotation, Anderson, 3, nope. Doesn't get the bounce, but it's going to be off. Seneca Sting, so that's going to be Hawks ball. Subs coming for both teams. Kenny's back in. Same with Mollison. And Khalil Miller subbing back in. 66-58 to score with 3:47 left in the third. Really tightly contested game. So that's
What's surprising is the speed of the Sting. When they put that speed on, they frustrate the Hawks defense. And that's what they need to do, and that's exactly what they're doing right now.
good shot attempt. Goes right in the hands of Trayvon Mollison, who's going to go coast to coast, but it's stripped by Ankra. A great heads-up play by Isaiah Ankra. Swings to the corner.
He needed to go in.
No, just off. Gale. Dishing it ahead to Kenny. Thought about it, changed his mind. Miller taps it out of bounds. You saw that hesitation there in Kenny, which is interesting. He usually just goes straight for it. He's got a big smile on his face. He knows.
Ankra needs to go right up the middle with that. He can't be passing it off at the last second.
Anderson with the handle. Has the lane, takes it. Layup, no good. Off far rim. Miller hauls it in. Big man handling, interesting to see. Gives it to Ankra. Ankra puts the Jets on. For the runner, air ball. Mollison up ahead to Kenny. Can he get his next slam? Reverse clutch layup over Miller. He saw him coming from a mile away and said, "Come on, young blood, you can't beat me." Ankra handling. 68-58, 10-point lead by the Hawks. There has been 5 lead changes.
They were trailing by 10 not too long ago. Now they're ahead by 10.
Anderson, great defense played by Mollison. Good hustle there by Khalil Miller.
Rose
Corralled by Rose. And Khalil Miller struggles to get up quickly. Najim, good pass to the inside. Cathcart fumbles it. It seems like the Seneca Sting seem to be going towards a little bit of theatrics. And it looks like Cathcart is going to be charged with a foul. As he subs out, Jordan Francis subs in. Khalil Miller seems to be having a little bit of an issue with his left eye. Keep that in mind. Also, no one's defending him. That's kind of a big problem. That's okay. He still lays it up.
And just give Miller the ball all day long. It's almost as if the two teams didn't even realize that play had started.
68-60 is the score. Hawks lead by 8. Francis, screen there for Kenny. Nothing going. Jordan Rose in the corner. Thought about it. Wants to get an interior. Khalil Miller swipes his hands over it. It's getting a little chippy out here. There's words exchanging. People are throwing themselves and flailing all over the floor. Maybe a little bit more, too much NBA play for our tastes.
It's the final game of the night, and on top of that, Humber really wants to make a name, put it in Seneca's pipe, as it were.
That's going to be a shot clock expiration. Good defense by Seneca, not allowing them for Humber to move ahead, but at the same time, tough possession for the Hawks.
Lack of communication on the bench.
They should be calling that out a little bit earlier. Turnovers for both teams, 6 and 8 respectively. Humber has 8 turnovers. Make that 9. Lim with the handle. Driving the lane is Lim. Solid scoop layup, and that's good. 62-68. The Sting are not going down anytime soon.
Well, as I've said before, you can't give this team anything.
$1:28 left in the third quarter. Inside to Gabriel. No good. Gale fought for it, trying to get something.
Bit chippy with Lim there.
As well as Khalil Miller. Lim thought about it to Miller for 3. Cash.
The Sting on the bench stood as that ball was going in. They knew it was going in.
That's 22 for Miller. 55 seconds left in the third. Rose handles 14 on the clock, shot clock. Over to Trayvon Mollison. Thought about it, changed his mind. Khalil Miller just drifting and lays it in over the outstretched hands of Khalil Miller, making it look oh so easy and effortless. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Ahmed thought about moving it up more, changed his mind. Anderson, they're going to get it into the hands of Miller. Seeing it coming, right there. 8 seconds. Over to Landry, thought about the 3, changed his mind. Intercepted there by Gale. Anderson fumbles the pass. No good. Gonna keep it going.
Excellent turnover
17
by the
seconds
Sting.
left in the third quarter.
Oh, wow.
Getting in there, 67-70, 3-point game. And remember that 10-point lead the Hawks had? Yeah, it's now down to 3. Good contested game. 4 seconds of the shot clock. Blocked by Khalil Miller. Put it back up. It's Trayvon Mollison. No good after that.
Wow.
My goodness, what a quarter. Back and forth lead changes between the two teams. Khalil Miller, a little bit of chippiness between both teams. It's nice to see this. We're having a really highly competitive game after having a couple of lackadaisical games and blowouts. It's interesting to see this. Really, we can't see and how big of a change it went from CJ taking over now. Went from Kerwin to now CJ. Kenny's in there a little bit. Now on the other end, Sting just killing them with 3-pointers. What can Humber do to really minimize this? They just almost nearly blew a 10-point lead.
Well, that's the thing about the Humber Hawks. Anyone can take the leadership on this team, and that's so diverse in that respect. But what Humber needs to do is they need to put a little bit more communication towards each other out there, and it's getting a little chippy, and I think that's just because there's calls that aren't going the way that they want between both teams, the Sting and the Hawks.
It's tough all around for both teams. Taking a look at the statistics. Points off the bench, 18-11. Seneca is getting a little bit more productivity. That's changed from the last quarter when Seneca was only getting 12 and Humber was only getting 6. Humber's going up a little bit there. But looking at the Hawks, you got 3 Hawks in double digits. CJ, Kerwin, as well as Kenny, and all of them. And as well as you can't forget Byron Trench. He's got 8. He's on his route for a double-double. Same with Kerwin Elvis and Kenny. They're all shooting well, but the issue seems to be getting to the hole. 80% free throw shooting, looking good there. On the other end for Seneca, 2 players in double digits. That's Khalil Miller and Trevor Hunton. A little surprise there. Khalil Miller has got 9 rebounds, 3 block shots. And the turnovers for both teams are really close. It's 8 and 10. These teams are neck and neck. Suds, what do you think's coming out on top?
I think the Hawks will actually take this game today, and rightfully so, and the way they've been playing, and this is going to be a huge confidence boost for the Hawks.
Play resumes because it's the final quarter, so Seneca gains possession. Interesting to note, 3-point bombs are a really important part of our game. And looking for Seneca, they are only shooting 25% for the third quarter, and for Humber, shooting 50% from 3-point range. They might want to head back to beyond the beautiful arc. Looks like warning issued to Patrick Au. He was voicing his concern over an illegal screen set by Khalil Miller.
As I was just about to say, Coach Patrick Au is just taking in this whole thing.
Khalil Miller does that air step thing, that air step challenge as we've seen. Lays it up 69-70. 10-point Hawk lead has now been erased. Into Kenny. Tight layup, tough. Ooh, hard finish, no good. Rebounded by Ahmed. Pushing the envelope, and he slips. Are they going to call a check on Fozzie? They're going to call a trip. Interesting call. 9:18 in the final quarter. We're seeing really physical play.
Second team foul.
Inbound by Lim. Over to Ahmed. Khalil Miller coming on the left of the screen. Slipping. Back to Khalil Miller for three. Interesting call. Not a lot of physical contact there. Barely touching the fingers. They're going to call the 3 free throws for Khalil Miller. Khalil Miller from the free throw line. Having himself a day. 2 for 3. So he's going to get 3 at the free throw line. For a 6'8" guy, it's the same height as LeBron James. He can shoot that three-point bomb pretty dang well.
Yeah, it's as I was saying earlier. Kenny Eugene's got to tone it down. They're looking for stuff now. He's having quite the conversation with the ref over there.
That's going to be Kenny's 3rd personal foul, and that's going to be a little dangerous there for Patrick Au to keep his star out there with 3 fouls. Second one hits. Fozzie a little excited for the box out. Smiling. He's like, I know I messed up. And Khalil hits all 3. Tough break there. Humber has completely lost their 10-point lead that they held earlier. They got to re-rally. Seneca now leads by 2. Mollison inside to Kenny. Over to C.J. Bennett. No good on the layup. The presence of Khalil Miller is there. Kenny. C.J. Bennett falls over. Hard to get up. Ahmed moving. Lim pushing. Sting keeping the ball going. Landry for 3. No good off the back rim. Handled by Trayvon Mollison.
Seneca bench better be careful here.
Trayvon Mollison gets stripped as he goes up. Someone wanted to call double dribble. I don't think so. Good gritty foot on the ground. It's handled again by the Seneca Sting. Keep an eye on Khalil Miller. He's coming for that screen on the right. And watch that slip screen yet again. Goes for the interior. Looks like a hand check. No basket. It's going to be called on C.J. Bennett. His third foul, yes. Trayvon Mollison subs out. Kerwin Elvis subs in. Hopefully Elvis can provide that spark that he did earlier. 72-70 with 8:22 left in the final quarter. Lim inbounds. Ahmed handling. Screen coming. Good D play by Fozzie. Lim wide open yet again for 3. No good. Fozzie holds on to it 2 hands. He sees CJ. He's moving with him. CJ thought about it, changed his mind. Into the interior is Kerwin Elvis. He's coming back. He's saying, you know what, no more of this. We're tying it up. I'm going to bring that effort in.
What a gritty player.
Keep an eye on that.
Just in his face.
That's somehow chippy play yet again from Khalil Miller. He seems to be getting pretty frustrated. Lob into the interior for Miller. Lands the play and falls kind of hard and awkwardly on his back. He's okay. Good hustle from Fozzie. But a turnover there. Miller pulls up for 3. No way, Jose. Good hustle by Kerwin. Touch. Who's it going to?
Oh, it's
Hawks
Hawks ball.
Tight, tough possession.
Better jitters going on here at the Sting bench, and they're celebrating even the smallest of points. They know how close this game is. It's a tribute to the Hawks.
Strength. Interesting, no call on the goaltend.
Oh, nice spin move by Mohammed.
Oh, fumbled it completely. Landry. People laughing, the cracking jokes. It's interesting. The Sting bench almost acting as if a victory is imminent when it's only a 2-point game.
Still 7 minutes left to go in this game.
Hawks are struggling. Not a lot of communication going on. Cathcart in the corner. Back to CJ. Thought about 3. Changed his mind. Getting chippy. And a little bit more theatrics from the Seneca team.
Kenny Eugene wide open at the top of the key.
Landry subs out. Ali subs in. Patrick Au chatting with Jordan Rose. Telling the vet, don't worry about it. We got this. 7:08 in the fourth. 72-74. Sting hold on to a small 2-point lead. Bennett to Kenny. Thought about it. Blows right past Miller. Tight layup. Oh, no good on the glass. Kenny severely frustrated with the play. No foul at all on the call.
Excellent block move by C.J. Bennett, trying to talk some sense into Kenny.
Lou Miller and Kenny really getting chippy.
He's still sharing some words.
Not happy about that. That's Kenny's 4th foul. Trench is going to have to step in for him. And it looks like the Sting are now in the bonus.
CJ directing some traffic here.
It's a leadership move from Bennett. Good to see. Taking charge after now Gibson, Edifel, Tyrone Dixon, Mike Judge, and company are no longer here. Khalil Miller takes the first. 75-72. Still a close game. Even if Miller ices it, it's still a 4-point game.
Trevor Hutton coming in for Ahmed.
Interested to see that McNeely hasn't gotten into any issues. The subs are coming a little later.
Wright coming in for Anderson, yeah.
Kerwin. Jordan. Rose handling. Hawks need to play their style of basketball. They're letting the Sting dictate the flow a little too much. Cathcart thought about it, changed his mind. CJ for 3. Cash! Oh. CJ Bennett says, you don't have enough of this chip, guys. Let's go back and forth. 75-76, it's a 1-point game with 6:37 left in the 4th. It's not over till the fat lady sings.
Pass out the paper bags.
Trench swings.
Wow.
Best, and Khalil Miller for 3. He's not going down anytime soon. 34 points for Khalil Miller. CJ for 3, same spot as before. Yes! CJ says, anything you can do, I can do better.
If you give a player like CJ Bennett all the time in the world like that, he's going to sink it every single time.
Really highly contested game between these two. Tensions are flying. Ali with the handle.
Ooh,
Jordan
CJ.
Rose on him. CJ and Miller getting chippy as well. Into Trench. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Easy layup, lay allowed there. Daniel Wright scores easily. Patrick Al may not be happy now. It's a 1-point lead. Kerwin caught off guard with the pass. Thought about it, changed his mind. He's stuck. Out to CJ. Thought about it as well. Tries for the 3rd time.
Again.
CJ gets the end on the 3-pointer. He's going there. That's a
Again, you cannot
play. You cannot leave CJ Bennett.
You cannot give him that much time. Every single time he'll sink that.
Substitutions are coming in for the Sting. Daniel Wright headed to the bench after more frustration from the referees.
Tie game, 81 apiece.
I believe Hutton actually just fouled out. Not Hutton, sorry, Wright just fouled out. Hannibal subs in for him. CJ Bennett ices this. That's a 4-point play. And he does that and brings Humber back within 1. 82-81, Hawks lead by 1 with 5:25 in the most thrilling game we've seen yet today. Tight layup by Ali, no good. Good board to the Cathcart, fumbles it. Trench gets 2 hands on it. You gotta watch for those. Fozzie dishes ahead. Bennett, thought about it. Let's go. 3. No good. Slams it in with authority. Flexes.
That's what the big man needs to do.
Lim handling. Miller hovering. You can see
Triple coverage.
Patrick Al made some changes, putting Bennett on Miller. Let's see if that's made some. Cathcart with a steal. Miller steals it right back. Good back and forth interceptions.
Elvis was wide open.
Ali with a drive. And Cathcart with another steal.
Ali, you got to make that play.
Frustration mounting. You're absolutely right, Suds. The frustration is mounting in Ali's face. He's not happy with the movement of his teammates. Fozzie with the handle. Fozzie's been doing pretty good, playing some tight defense on Ali at key moments. Cathcart wants a screen from Trench, gets it. Over to Fozzie. Thought about the 3, changed his mind. Trying to get the fader. No good. See, you tried to get the alley-oop-ish thing. Not happening. Hutter. 3. Nope. Trench pulls it in.
Big guy right there.
Hawks dictating the flow and the pace of this game. CJ fumbles it, and it's going to be off his foot.
Sting ball. Yep.
84-81 with 3:57. I don't know about you, Suds, but my heart rate jumped a few paces.
I hope you brought your puffer with you.
Oof. My asthma will be acting up at some point.
A little chippy play here going on with Elvis. I think he got a forearm in the face earlier and didn't appreciate it.
Good defense here played by the Hawks, not allowing any interior shots. Three-pointer. Gets the bank. Didn't call it, though. So should it count? That will allow it. 84-84. All. Elvis. Strong drive, fumbles it. On the floor. Yep, that's going to be on limb. Block.
Hell of a shot by Ali.
See, by playground rules, if he didn't call bank, shouldn't have counted. But, again, we're not on the playground. Bennett handling. He's been having himself a quarter. Slips. Cathcart gets it. Kerwin thought about it. Changed his mind. He's going to go right into the arms. And
Big guy's got to make that.
And now it's getting chippy. Now it's getting physical. And Trench got hit in the mouth. He's not happy about that at all. He's staring down the referee. He's pissed.
A more level-headed CJ Bennett going to talk to the ref instead.
CJ trying to explain what the issue was with the play. Trench has got to go to the bench. He's saying profanity after profanity. Subbing in is Kenny. Physical play is the name of the game. It's getting chippy. 84-84. As a result, Stingers still in the bonus. So they head to the free throw line. Lim hits first. Puts Sting ahead by one. Ali calls his team behind the half-court line. Looks like they're probably going to go for a half-court trap. And that looks like they are not. Change their mind. Fozzie handling. 85-84.
Yeah, you got to make Humber work for it.
Good pass to the interior. Nothing there.
Good steal by Lim.
Ali handling. 2:58 left in the final quarter. 86-84. Really tight game. 3:10 left. Ali and Miller trying to get something going. Nothing much. It's getting chippy between Miller and no good layup there by Ali. Kenny pushing the envelope. Going up. Cathcart. Back to Kenny. Raise it up. Right over Lim saying, hey, little guy, I can float right over you. Khalil Miller and Kenny exchange words. The superstars between the teams are really saying what they want to feel out there.
I don't know how many times I've had to say it, but Ali has got to drive the middle and follow through. He cannot stop and pass it off.
Good pass there. No good. Rebound by Hannibal. Cleans it up. Nothing. Fozzie grabs the board. Little guy. Up to Elvis. Kerwin changed his mind. Thought about it. Fozzie. Cathcart. Driving to the lane. Saccarino. Struggled. Let it influence his shot too much.
He had all the time, too.
And he comes from out of nowhere, but it's going to be a foul call on him. He's not happy about that. Looked like a clean block on my end. Technical call on Kenny. Saw that coming. You saw that coming from the mile.
No, you can't do that. Yep.
And he's been ejected from the game.
No.
That's not good.
CJ tried.
CJ shrugging and saying, come on, I've only done so much. This is so much. And Kenny really struggling. Ali even having to separate him. Having some serious issues with the referees.
No, you can't do that. No.
That's not good at all. Kenny had 20 points for the Hawks. He has now been ejected from the game. He will not return. It's a boneheaded play, and it could cost the Hawks this game. Quick timeout called. Official timeout, and they're struggling.
That is
That's
absolutely
a huge loss
not
for Humber.
what you need.
And you
a tie game at 1:57 left to go in the fourth quarter.
And frustration has been mounting between these two teams. Officials have not been giving some calls to Humber. Same way for Seneca. And there's been some real grit within these last few minutes. Trench getting a little lippy.
This is some excellent ball being played here right now between these two teams, and they're going to figure out what's going to happen right now.
To shoot the technical free throw. He's got 14. My goodness, Khalil Miller has 34 points. My goodness. It's the first ejection of the day, actually. Comes in the final game.
Were you expecting more?
I wasn't expecting more, but I wasn't expecting it to happen this late. At least happen early in the morning. Everyone's tired, they're frustrated, they're grumpy, but No, gets chippy in the afternoon. Looks like
some words are
one of the head
being
referees is
exchanged
gonna be
over here with
speaking with Patrick.
Ali and the Humber coaching staff.
Everyone's voicing their frustrations. Handshake between the two of Elvis and Ali. Good mutual respect showing. That's some good sportsmanship being shown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone's having a quick little chat before the free throws being shot.
And to CJ Bennett's... Sorry, Josh. To CJ Bennett's benefit, he tried to get Kenny to stop. He stepped in between him and the referee, and it was just a small little word. We don't really know what was said, but the ref didn't appreciate it. And like I was saying before, they were looking at Kenny. They were looking for anything, and they got it.
Hits the first. CJ has been an absolute excellent leader today, really splitting up multiple kerfuffles with the referees and Trench, as well as Kenny. And Kenny is now steaming and fuming in the locker room. Huge loss for the Hawks at a very crucial moment. It's the second. Oh, they're giving him 3 apparently. Ejection. I guess the rule is to give him 3. Iced. 90-86 the score right now. There was substitutions, but no, I guess not. Seneca possession. Inbounded to Ali. $1:53 left in the fourth quarter. It's not over until someone sings, and it's getting physical.
Again, Ali, he stopped. He had the laneway.
Lim gets all the way in. Good, strong finish there. Trench nearly blocking it. So close. Elvis, strong drive, baseline. Cathcart.
Oh, wow.
Daquan Cathcart nailing a dagger 3 at a crucial time when Kenny has gone.
Sting head coach Jay McNeely just frustrated, cursing up a storm.
Ali going to the interior.
Again.
Out to Lim, changed his mind. Ali jacks up a 3. Cash!
Well, he cashed in that time at least.
Fozzie handling. CJ wants it. Looking like a hold's going to be called on Lim. He's not happy with the call. That's Lim's 5th foul. He's officially out of the game. Subbing in is Ankra. He's out. Ankra is in. Tight play here in the final moments of this fourth quarter. 1 minute left.
Big Trench needs to get to the front.
Fozzie along the baseline. Cathcart changed his mind, thought about it. Elvis trying to get past Khalil Miller. That's going to be a block there on Ankra. Ankra not happy with the call. Hutton. Seems to be a lot of complaining and not a lot of playing of basketball. Elvis headed to the free throw line.
Humber down by 6.
6 points in 55 seconds. And let Elvis shoot these. First one. Good. It is now a 5-point lead with 55 seconds left. Elvis with the second shot.
Man, this is tense.
Cash. It's a 4-point lead with 55 seconds left. Can Humber pull out the W? Turnover there. Fozzie handles it. Good handling by the rookie. Pulls up for 3. Fozzie, no good. Handled there by Trench. He's going straight up.
Oh!
By Miller. He's not happy with the call. Trench finally gets the call that he wants. He's headed to the free throw line.
Coach Jay McNeely for the Sting is not happy either. He's pacing back and forth. If he's got any fingernails left, he's munching them.
Trench, the free throw line. Gets the bounce. It's a 3-point lead. Really, really tightly contested game. Everyone in the Hawks' nest is on their heels.
Hands down the best game of the night.
Trench. Short. They got to foul. They have to foul. 43 seconds left. We're going to keep rotating the ball. Alley. Played tight by Trench.
What?
Hutton really wants that ball. Clean play there. Grabs his own rebound. No good.
No good.
Cascar grabs it. 21 seconds left. A three-pointer will tie it. Fozzie tripped up. That's 2. Both teams are in the bonus. He's headed to the free throw line. Miller not happy with the call. Interesting to see the level of complaints from both Seneca as well as Humber and the repercussions for both teams.
Yusuf Ali, that back here, is showing great frustration. He's had a hell of a game. There's no doubt about that.
Fozzie Muhammad sent to the free throw line for the first time today. He's got 3 points. The rookie. Rexdale, hometown. First shot. Good.
It seems as if though the air just got sucked out of the gymnasium as he was about to take that shot, and this one too.
Second shot for Fozzie. Cash.
Oh.
94-95 with 17 seconds left.
1 point separating these two.
Crucial fumble there, and that's going to be a foul. And Humber is going to the free throw line. A crucial mistake there by Trevor Hutton, which could cost them the game.
He cannot believe it. Ali is pleading with him.
And it looks like our earlier hero, Kerwin Elvis, sent to the free throw line as Trench subs in. And subs out Fozzie, Jordan Rose.
Cascar better be careful.
Patrick Au is going with Vex, but Patrick Au is actually nowhere to be found. He is in the locker room speaking to Kenny. Elvis ties it. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. With this, he can take the win. Elvis, no good. Boarded by Trench. CJ fumbled it. Off Seneca. Woo! Derek, I don't know about you, but there are some butterflies in this room. A timeout is called by Humber.
That's a good timeout call.
10 seconds left in regulation.
10 seconds.
And my goodness, Dirk, any air that was in this gymnasium is now gone. The Hawks have somehow clawed their way back into this after losing Kenny with an ejection at a crucial time.
The message sent here from the Hawks, and we will not die. You might be 10-0, but we're not going anywhere. This is our house.
We're from Rexdale.
We're from Rexdale. This is our house.
We fight here.
We don't care if you're 20-0. This is our house. You come into our house.
Crucial 30-second
We're going to serve you dinner with the gravy. And I hope you're not gluten intolerant.
Those are the worst.
There's all kinds of gravy.
There's all kinds of flour in the gravy. 10 seconds left in the timeout. Crucial moment here for the Hawks. If they play this right, they have 10 seconds on the clock for a game winner. If not, the game goes into overtime, and we're here a little bit later. And my goodness.
Well, why not? It's been a hell of a game. Why not go an extra quarter?
I'd keep an eye on Khalil Miller. I'd really like to see what he's going to do holding down the interior because he's been huge, but I really think the ball's going to be headed towards Daquan Castro.
And this is where your true colors show out and your leadership skills come out.
10 seconds, crucial inbounds play for the Hawks. Fozzie inbounding, interesting choice. 10 seconds.
CJ on the out.
Ball's in play. Over to CJ.
Looking for that.
Screen there from Trench. Trying to get something going.
Looking for a shot.
Over to Cathcart. Kerwin Elvis fumbled it. Pull up. No good. We're headed to overtime. Absolute nail biter. Down to the line. Ooh, little chippiness there.
CJ, no, they're good.
CJ and Hannibal. But we're headed down to the wire. CJ a little shooken up from that, but we're headed down to the wire. We're headed to overtime.
OT!
5 minutes. My goodness, Derek, what are your thoughts right now?
Well, why not? Why not? This has been by far the best game of the evening. Why not go into overtime? I want an extra quarter.
Why not close out the
I want to see some ball for the money that I did not pay.
excellent play so far we've been seeing. Now the loss of Kenny, that's huge. He brings a big offensive firepower, that great interior push. That's going to be difficult to cover back from. But really, let's take a look at the stats. Bench points, Seneca still ahead, 22-16. Second chance points is where Humber has really made their nook and cranny, 26 so far. Shooting for both teams has been pretty solid, but the three-point line has been the big difference for Humber, 54% from three-point line. 3 players from Humber in double figures, CJ Bennett, Kerwin Elvis, and Kenny, who is no longer in the picture. Byron Trench has got himself a double-double. Kerwin Elvis on the route. And on the other end, Khalil Miller, Trevor Hutton, Yusuf Ali, double figures each. Khalil Miller also has a double-double. This is tough. This is going to be 5 minutes of gritty basketball.
And this is where you unleash Big Trench with the absence of Kenny Jeem.
Trench has been huge, 4 for 6 from the field, 3 for 4 from the free throw line, doing better than his season averages. My goodness, Derek, we've got ourselves a game.
And like I said earlier, why not?
Why not? Free throws is what it's coming down to. Seneca 22, Humber 19. Hard to avoid that. In three-pointers, Seneca has only got one more than Humber.
Yeah, but in the fourth quarter, the Hawks completely shut down the Sting's throwing game.
Turnovers were a huge factor, absolutely. 12 turnovers for Seneca, 15 for Humber.
And I think the highlight for the Sting is that Mohammed, when he's streaking out the middle, he has a bit of an alleyway. He looks for the pass instead of going for the two-pointer and hoping for a rebound.
Alley might be a good idea for him to go right to the cup.
I would have liked to have seen him to do that a little bit more, because as we've seen in the fourth quarter, it just didn't pay off for him.
And it looks like Humber has won the right to possession. Patrick Au has returned to the court after having a discussion with his vet, Kenny, who is now off the court. Cathcart will be inbounding to Fozzie.
I'm sure he's watching on the big screen outside.
5 minutes on the clock. 95-95. Fozzie. Elvis. CJ. Trench.
Big Trench.
Good
There
hard.
it is.
Byron Trench showing off that big body. Alley with the handle. Reducing the amount of three-point bombs is going to be huge for the Hawks. Trench coming all the way out to the front to take Hannibal. Rotation. Good layup there by Alley. Doesn't get the scoop. No good. 2 hands on the board. Trench fumbling. Gets it.
Good recovery.
Handles it. Elvis gets it stripped out of his hands. Going to be Seneca ball.
Ding ball.
But it was looking like Kerwin Elvis had it off of that possession. So okay, get back, young blood.
Miller with the stink eye to the Hawks bench on the way by, too.
Still chippiness going on between CJ and Miller. Hutton on the drive. Good on the way up. Ties it up at 97. Fozzie with the handle.
CJ directing traffic.
Elvis. Cathcart. Back to Elvis. Bennett. Drive down the middle. Fumbled it. Get back on defense. Humber gets there. Ankra. Miffs the layup. Hannibal gets the follow through and one. CJ not happy about that. Isaiah Ankra headed to the free throw line. Ankra had himself a little bit more of a low-key performance. 5 points. Going to be his first trip to the free throw line. Excuse me, not Ankra. It looks like Hannibal is going to be sent to the free throw line. Hannibal, 2 points. His first trip to the free throw line. Hannibal is only a 50% free throw shooter. Jordan Rose is subbing on for the Hawks. Elvis is off. And it looks like Jordan Anderson is going to be subbing on for Seneca in just a bit. First shot. Oh, good. No, it doesn't get the and one. Jordan Rose with the handle.
Big Trench has got to go to the net. Or do some blocking, that works too.
Bennett to Fozzie in the corner. Fozzie for 3. No, rim.
Big Trench.
Going for it. Cathcart brings it up. Nearly gets the layup, but that outstretched arm of Khalil Miller really influencing him. Miller's got those 4 blocks. Hard to avoid the hands of that. Ali with the handle. Screen from Hannibal. Driving the lane is Ali.
Again, passed it off.
Ankra. Ali thought about the 3. Changed his mind. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Spin. Doesn't get the bounce. Hannibal with the rebound. And Hannibal with 2 huge offensive rebounds. That's his 3rd offensive rebound. And huge offensive rebounds. 3:01, 99-97. Hawks behind 2. Ankara off. Anderson on.
And that's what happens when Ali goes to the hoop. He makes things happen.
Hannibal 0 for 1 on the first one. He is now 1 for 2 at the free throw line. 50%. Seneca 100, Humber 97. It's a 3-point lead for the Sting. Off short. That's going to be a foul on Anderson off the rebound. And both teams are technically in the foul, so in the bonus, so we're going from free throw line to free throw line. Just like the Flint Tropics. Bennett to the free throw line. He's been having a good day there. 3 for 4 at the line as Kerwin subs in for Trench. Good hustle there from Byron. 97-100.
Trench frustrating at the Sting there. Oh, rare miss
3 for
from
5.
CJ.
CJ having some difficulty there. The bandage over his eye may be affecting him at this point. Nails the second. 98-100. Very close. The 10-0 Seneca Sting are nearly going to be toppled by the Humber Hawks. Tightly contested game so far. Ali dribbling the court, takes it all the way to the lane, and he's hearing
Exactly
it Derek Sutherland because
saying.
He goes right to the cup and lays it up for 2. 102-98. 4-point lead for the Seneca Sting, and it's hard to avoid that when Ali finally follows through.
He's got such speed that if he goes to the hoop with that speed, it's really hard to stop.
Cathcart fumbles it. A little bit of a mismatch there. Elvis thought about it, changed his mind. Rose in the corner. No good.
Recovered by Ali.
2:23 left in overtime, in our first overtime. Fozzie handling Ali. Screen there from Anderson. Shot there. Hutton. No good. Back rim. Fozzie. 2 hands on the board. And 3 Hawks hit the deck. But it's corralled by Elvis. Fozzie. Cathcart. Back to Fozzie. CJ. Likes the isolation against Miller.
Rose wide open.
Wanted to back him up. Fozzie wide open for 3. Nearly gets the 4-point play with a slap on the hand, and that's been the downfall of Seneca. As they are really bad at closing out. They've been slapping the hands of a lot of 3-point shooters, leading to multiple 4-point plays this game.
At the line for the Hawks, number 3, Fazzie Muhammad.
Yeah, when you frustrate your opponent like that,
it's difficult to make solid shots. Fazzie from the free throw line still stays perfect. 3 for 3. 99-102. We are all on the edge of our seat as $1:46 remains in overtime. Fazzie not good in the second. Patrick Howe telling his squad, take it easy. Don't rush. Without Kenny, it's a huge punch you could be using right now. Fazzie, 2 for 3.
2-point game.
Hannibal controls the middle. Decides to take it himself. Fumbles it. It's back in the hands of the Hawks. Keep an eye on Fazzie in the corner. CJ thought about it, changed his mind. Watch out for Fazzie. That's 3.
That's good! 1:30 left
For 1
overtime.
With the important 3, Fazzie Muhammad drains the dagger. Good job, Rook. You get those important free throws, and then you get that 3 to really put the steam out of the Sting bench. That must sting, pun intended.
And Yusuf Ali, as I said before, using that speed to his advantage.
Got the call to his benefit, headed to the free throw line. Hits the first. Tie game. $1:25 left in OT. Suds, we could be looking at a second overtime.
I'm down.
Don't have any Friday plans. Rose, handle, 104-103, 1-point game. This has been neck and neck all night. Elvis can't find anything. Rose rotates to Fazzie. Into CJ. Khalil's on him. Trying to get the pass to the interior. Faked it. Nothing there. Trying to get something going. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Cathcart fumbles the pass. 3 seconds. Pulls up for 3. Cathcart just rolls off, but it looks like there's going to be a push in the back from Anderson. Kerwin Elvis headed to the free throw line. Remember, Suds, both teams are in the bonus. They can go to the free throw line anytime there's a foul on the floor. It does not matter. Kerwin Elvis headed to the free throw line. He's 8 for 12 from the free throw line. He actually has the most free throw attempts out of everyone. Absolute monster of a game for Kerwin Elvis. First shot. Off.
I was just about to say, complete silence in this place.
Until a 5-year-old girl made it elope. Nails the second. It's tied 104 all at a minute left in overtime. Full court press for the Hawks. No other option. Interesting to see no anchor on the interior. Might want to keep an eye on that. CJ still on. Khalil Miller. Ali handling. Fozzie playing him like white on rice. Good movement there. Nothing going. Oh, gets the lucky bounce. 43 seconds left. 106, 104. Kerwin Elvis all the way up to the other side. Nails it. Kerwin Elvis playing tough and smart. Anderson over to Ali. This game is not letting up. It's going to go down to the wire. 34 seconds left. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Ali with the handle. Screen coming to the left. Rotation. Fauzi back on him. Playing him tight. 26 seconds. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Ali taking it to the cup. That's going to be offensive foul. Offensive foul, waiting for the call to be solidified between the two referees. Looked like an offensive foul.
That was a smart move by Ali, regardless. Chewing up time on the clock.
In the restricted zone. They're going to count the basket. Interesting call.
Casco better be careful.
Interesting call. They're going to count the possession, but charge a foul with a push in the back. Seems to be a bit unclear. My goodness, Suds, we got 17 seconds left in OT, and can't believe the absolute closeness of it.
I mean, you're watching some incredible ball right now. You're not going to find any better ball.
We're seeing Kerwin Elvis come up huge. Free throws. Fauzi Muhammad, the rook, coming up big. In the absence of Kenny. Huge loss. 106, 108. 17 seconds left. There's a possibility Seneca can ice this game, or Humber ties it up again, and we're headed to a second overtime. Suds, what are you thinking right now?
But this is an absolute opportune time to have a timeout to rest some of his key players and maybe lay down a situation or two and maybe a few set plays. But I don't know, man. I think the Sting think they got this in the bag.
We'll see how this goes.
A lot of
okay,
I don't even know what the word is.
Like a little bit of clarification happens. So the basket counts, but the foul is on the Sting. So CJ Bennett will be sent to the free throw line after a little bit of confusion between the three referees. Ali has a conversation with one of the head referees. Bennett to the free throw line. He's been shooting pretty well there. If CJ ices these two, the game is tied. Oh, tough break.
This is the first.
It's the second. 1 point game. Substitution. Landry out. Hutton in. And looks like Jay McNeely is calling a timeout, trying to prolong this as much as possible, trying to get his team to get the right final possession play. They're up by 1 point. Now, we're reaching a whole new level of stress, to quote A$AP Ferg in Future, and it's difficult. We're really seeing the Hawks hustle and fight. That was tough that CJ couldn't ice both of those. He ices both of those, this game's at a different spot.
Well, with 1 point to go and 17 seconds on the clock, this is anybody's game right now with no time.
I believe the Hawks have 1 timeout left. No, both teams have completely drained their timeouts. So as soon as that ball hits rim, it's playable from both sides, and there will be no stoppage unless there's a foul.
And if there's a second overtime,
Hutton better be hoping he doesn't trip again. 13 seconds left in the timeout. timeout ends, and the suspense continues in the Hawks' Nest here at the OCAA Holiday Series, East versus West, and we're having a matchup between the East and the West being Humber. And it looks like Jordan Rose is wandering over to hear what's going on with the play. As the inbounds play here is going to be crucial for the Sting. If they convert on this, the win is solidified. If they make a mistake, Humber could capitalize. Balls in play. Dish to Khalil Miller on the inside. Hannibal. They're going to keep rotating the ball around, try and kill it. Smart move. Ali to the free throw line. 107-108. Ali's been pretty solid from the free throw line. Hitting one a little bit earlier. Fauzi switching it in for Trench. Trench looks like he hobbled himself. Looks like that ankle, lower upper calf area is affecting him. 17 seconds. Hits the first. It's a 2-point possession. 110-107. It's got to take a 3-point bomb for it to be going good. Ankra subs in. Ball's in play, 17 seconds. Full court press not in effect. Surprising move by Seneca. 13 seconds on the clock. 11. CJ thought about it, changed his mind. Fauzi, handle it. Pulls up for 3. No good.
No good.
CJ grabs it. Thought there was a shove in the back there. No good. 4 seconds left. Four seconds on the clock. And they're going to foul Ali. A little bit of momentum. Rose and Ali chuckling. A little bit of physics.
Well, you got to follow through with your check, right?
Wrong sport. Ali headed to the free throw line. With the next 2, he could ice the game. That's going to be 5 fouls on Jordan Rose. He's being subbed out. Trayvon Mollison subbing in. Crucial free throws for Seneca. 1. It's a 4-point game. If he ices this, that's game. And that's game. Fozzie not touching it, avoiding it in the most second. 2 seconds. CJ for 3. No good. And an absolute nail-biter here. Seneca Sting barely pull it out. Interesting to see the top team in the West getting 2 nail-biter wins in the East-West series. Hawks taking the loss. One huge loss would be Kenny. Kenny would have been
Fanshaw took him straight up, and absolutely no head should be hanged in this East-West game.
No head should be hanged indeed. Excellent play from both sides. Good hustle on each end. Everyone put on a fantastic show. And for all of us here at VRTV, as well as Josh Rawlings and Derek Sutherland, we'll be signing off. Thank you so much for tuning in to the East-West Holiday Series Men's Basketball OCAA. More action coming at you tomorrow around 10 o'clock.